In the 15th century, the Christian Balkan region was conquered by the rising Ottoman Empire, and particularly in 1453 Constantinople has fallen into Ottoman hands, after which the city was renamed to Istanbul. The Ottoman control over Balkans would last for centuries, but in the 19th century, this grip on the Balkans was slowly weakening. At the same time, many European powers were frightened by the Russian Empire and the idea of its expansion in the Balkans. And Ottoman Empire's description as the sick man of Europe is usually prescribed to Tsar Nicholas I. The economical crisis of the Ottoman Empire was becoming worse, so what the Ottomans did was the taxation of the Christians and the Balkans did not like it. Different revolts appeared in the Balkans, one of which was the April uprising of 1876. All of the revolts were brutally suppressed. The most brutal Ottoman armies during the uprisings were the regular Bashibuzukis. The news of the Ottoman brutality spread to Europe, making Ottomans savage, cruel tyrants in the eyes of European public. Meanwhile, Russia was busy with the great game of the Middle East, which was the contest of influence between the Great Britain and Russia for the Middle East and Asia. Tsar Alexander II didn't want to intervene into the Balkans because Russia didn't have the power to go there, but soon turned out that the Russian intelligence wanted to go to war, and average Russian earned the sympathy for the Christians in the Balkan region. Tsar Alexander II, under the influence of the people and intelligent class with the idea of getting more powerful in the Balkans, decided to do something. The Russian Empire was pretty strong in the past and already fought the Ottomans, but the Brits would obviously support the Ottoman Empire because it didn't want Russian Empire to control the Balkans, so the war had to be quick. The Russian and Ottoman armies started preparing for confrontation. The war was already believed to be a quick, swift victory until 50,000 soldiers army of Osman Nuri Pasha went from within to the town of Plevna. When Russians came there, they thought the assault of Plevna gonna be quick and painless. They were wrong. The Russians were stuck in a position where they couldn't give huge enemy army right at their supply line. They also had to end the war as quick as possible, since the prolonged war could lead to British joining the war. Russians decided that until Plevna is conquered, they shall not proceed fully. 150,000 Russian army split, leaving 50,000 assaulting Plevna and 100,000 marching toward Balkans mountain range. 8th and 18th of July, two unsuccessful storms of Plevna happened. Three attacks on Plevna in August failed. At the third one, 16,000 Russians died. Russians decided to take the Battle of Attrition. Plevna fell in November 28th of 1877. Meanwhile, Russian forces under the command of Joseph Gurko wanted to assert their position at Balkan Mountain Shipka Pass, one of three passes, as fast as possible, but enemy forces were already at Shipka, so Russians chose Khaenkoisk Pass. They went to river Tunja Valley. Bulgarians were in ecstasy, but after failed Plevna sieges, Gurko decided to retreat. Horrifying fact. When Russians finally took hold of Shipka, they found a pyramid made entirely out of Russian soldiers' detached heads left at the pass. In the meantime, Ottoman forces at Montenegro moved to the mountain pass. Urko decided to retreat to the Plevna-Shipka Pass. Tasks to prepare for Plevna-Shipka Pass defense fell on General Fyodor Radetzky. Russian forces were numerically inferior. There was no water, because the company responsible with getting water ran away the moment they saw Ottoman army, and any soldier who tried to get water could get killed by Ottoman snipers. One of the parts of the pass even got nicknamed Heavenly Valley, because if you stop here even for a little, you're going to get shot and die, and go to heaven. Enemy snipers were shooting from a cave. After the cave was found, all the snipers were killed with bayonets. The soldiers had to defend pass for 4 days, waiting for reinforcement. At 12th of August, main part of 14th Division came to back up the Shipka Pass. The moment General Dragomirsky got to the pass, he was shot in the shin. The bullet went straight through the shin and killed General Maltsev, standing behind him. General Dzerzhinsky was shot while drinking tea. It was September and two armies were stuck preparing for winter. Many died from cold. When Plevna fell, it was already winter. Nobody wanted to go through Shipka at winter, but it was necessary, so Russians decided to go in three columns through other passes. Left column commanded by Skobelev, central by Radetzky, and the right one by Knyaz Svetopolsk-Mirsky. The problem was that the Russian columns couldn't coordinate. The attack on Turkish forces assaulting Shipka was planned at the 27th of December, but Mirsky went sooner than the others and attacked the enemy, expecting help from other columns. The attack failed. Radziecki at the time came to support Shipka forces. The next day, Skobelev went down, his slowly built forces not attacking, doing nothing, while the Ottomans were attacking Mirsky, and Radziecki was looking at it from above. There are different theories about why Skobelev didn't do anything. Some say Skobelev chose petty grudge instead of victory in a war. Some say Skobelev forces weren't ready to engage in battle after just crossing mountain passes. In the end, Skobelev attacked the Ottomans and they were crushed. Nobody knows for sure why Skobelev was just looking, but the battle was won. The last major battle happened in Andrianople, where the Russians won. After that, the war was practically over. Russians came incredibly close to Constantinople but didn't enter it. British fleet was at the Bosphorus Strait. Russians were afraid that England would join the war if they took the city. The first treaty was made in San Stefano, suburb of Istanbul, at 19th of February, 3rd of March, 1878, and became known as San Stefano Peace Treaty. The treaty made gigantic Bulgaria, bigger Greece, and Serbia, and brought Bessarabia back to Russia. But the other great powers did not like it, because that would increase Russian dominance of Balkans greatly, so they pressured Russians into making another conference. The Berlin Conference of 1878 reduced the size of Bulgaria and Greece, made Bulgaria an autonomous region within the Ottoman Empire. Russian press was outraged by this. In the end, the Russo-Turkish War of 1877-1878 proved that the Ottoman Empire was in need of reformation, pointed out strong and weak sides of Russian military, given Bulgaria autonomy, started a fashion on certain Bulgarian clothes and a new color, Adrianople red, in Russia.